Good afternoon. My name is Karina Flores, and this is my informative speech about MRSA. My purpose today is to inform you about a type of staph called MRSA, which stands for methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus. I'm going to start by telling you a story about a co-worker named George. Back in September of 2000, George was playing softball with his family and he broke his ankle. His family took him to his hospital, but his family was not prepared to what was about to happen next. What happened, you might ask? Well, almost a month later, his family was planning his funeral. So how is it that George died of MRSA when he just went to the hospital with a broken ankle? Well, the majority of MRSA infection occurs among patients in hospitals. So what is MRSA? MRSA is a very common bacteria that lives in the skin or nose of many healthy people without doing any harm. MRSA can be a problem when a patient undergoes surgery because bacteria can enter the body through the open wound. Dr. Ruth Warners asks, how scared should we be? I am here to inform you that MRSA can be scary because it resists several antibiotics, and it can be deadly if it gets through the skin into the bloodstreams. It can also be scary because the death rate from MRSA has risen over the years tremendously. Modes of transmissions of these infections are found almost everywhere. MRSA is transmitted primarily by direct person-to-person contact. For example, from the hands of one individual to a susceptible individual. We also have the other type of MRSA, which is the community associated. That one can be found outside the hospitals. For example, it can be found in the nursing homes or in the locker rooms, or even by sharing personal items such as razors or nail clippers. So be careful what you share or who you share it with. Many methods of prevention exist, and the monthly update of Emergency Department Management asks, what is the best weapon against MRSA? You might be surprised, as I was, to hear that the best way of eliminating the infection or colonization of MRSA in a healthcare facility or community involves implementation of simply washing hands after every patient episode of contact. That is wonderful. Can you believe how powerful washing our hands can be, especially in this case, because it's the most single effective way of not only preventing but in controlling the spread of MRSA. Christopher Walsh and Michael Fishback report that researchers continue to find new ways to squash these superbugs like MRSA. For example, discoveries have been found that marijuana may be useful in fighting MRSA. According to the International Journal of Antimicrobial Agent, the effect of Manuka honey can prevent the attachment of some strains of MRSA bacteria to the tissue. That's just great. That is wonderful. How can honey or even marijuana can help, hopefully one day, eradicate this bacteria? Hopefully, after hearing this information, everyone will realize how serious and dangerous MRSA can be. Especially recognize the difficulty of treatment because the bacteria are resistant to so many antibiotics. My goal is to help everyone be more careful about their surroundings and to help prevent the spread by washing your hands regularly. According to a report from J.W. Beam and Buckley B., the effect of hand hygiene is so great that if it was a drug, it will be accepted without questions. In itself, this comment speaks volumes. I would like to conclude by showing you some pictures of staph. I'm thinking that some way people are not really paying too much attention to it because it just starts by a little boil. I don't know if you can see it over here, but this is a tiny boil, and then it starts spreading. We have different type of staph. So please be careful, and remember, if we can wash our hands to prevent this superbug, let's wash our hands, America. Thank you for your time.